Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Good Servant Show, where Jesus is the center of our worship, and He's given us this wonderful day and wonderful hope. And we are getting closer and closer, at least one day closer, right, to an incorruptible paradise, which I am excited about that. Very excited about that. And so, if you can hear me, please type in the box that you can hear me. I guess I'm going to try to share this on I'll try to share it on YouTube to see if all the, what do you call it, alerts went out or something like that. Sometimes it's very slow, especially on, what is today, like Wednesday or Thursday. I'll just go ahead and share this on my community page and see if that helps. And so if people are coming in, please let me know if you can hear me. That would be super great. Super great. Yeah. All right, cool. Hey, Cindy. I don't know how it's possible that you're in here and it says 0 people. It says 0 people, but you're in here. These people are crazy. It was 2 before I even started up, and then it went to that's at 0, and then you're in here. I'm just not gonna even go by that anymore. I know, isn't that crazy? No, you're not a 0. You know what? Last night I thought, Michael did a pretty good job. I was worried that they were gonna, say some mean stuff to him or whatever. But I thought he held on pretty good, and he was worried that he didn't do good. Yeah, I know it. And so I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with these, the debate attitude of the world, right? I know. I cannot believe that people were saying that, man. That's not good. Isn't that stupid? How I mean, I don't get how people could be looking at the end. Okay, so if we're at the end times, right? At the very last days, how could anything other than getting everybody saved, right, be of any importance at all? And I guess I will just never know. I guess some people want to, like, prove their narrative more so than they want to help people. Can you hear me okay with that? Because I just turned on my fan because it's a little warm in here. But if it is an annoying sound, I will turn that off for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's just weird how it's very weird how, like, there's a lot of these shows out there where and the debates are cool, right? I mean, if it was organic, right, like 2 people discussing their beliefs in the Bible and, like, what it means to them as a person, right? Then that's one thing. It's organic, right? It's a conversation. But it's more or less like they have, like, these lists of questions that they ask each other, and they already have the verses written down how they're going to trap people. It's kind of like, it's more of a game than it is a discussion. And so, either way, I probably looked like a fish out of water. But I was hoping to try to reach that kid because he's only like 18 or 19 or something like that. He's a real young guy, 20 at the tops. And I was hoping that to reach him, to reach his heart. Hey, Michael. Hey, you did great last night, man. I don't know what people were talking about. You did good, man. And Cindy was saying you did good too. And yeah, don't worry about all that. Life isn't about winning or losing. It's about loving and learning the truth and accepting reality. Well, did you hear this? Right? They banned Hannah for asking a question about premillennialism. And I've never seen her do anything crazy ever in my life, and I've probably known her as long as anybody. That's very odd. If I would have seen that, because I don't watch the chat whenever I'm on a new show, because then I'm more engaged with what people think. But I wasn't watching. But had I seen something like that, I would have left. You know, I wouldn't have let that slide. I mean, I get it if someone's being like boisterous or like over there acting a fool or something like that, then that's on me for bringing people over there that are crazy, right? But when someone asks just a regular question about theology and then gets banned out of there, that's crazy to me. That's insane. But you know what? It's not insane. It's inverted. It's exactly what you would expect, huh? Oh, so did you stay, Cindy, after Michael left? That is so crazy. If you stayed there and watched that. Oh yeah, yeah. Reminded you of Chris. Which Chris? I'm trying to remember. Oh, you mean our Chris that went over there to defend me? Bless his heart for that. Tyrannical, tyrannical. No, no, I stayed there and watched. Did you know that, Michael? I left out of the box, but I listened. I was listening. Yeah, and so was Sasquatch was there. Yeah, Tyrannical went up against Tony without even knowing who he was, and he handled himself pretty good. Alex, what's up, my friend? Yes. No, but I stayed and watched that whole thing, Michael. I saw you up there. I messed up on that scripture when he said, um, do you know of a scripture that says that God loves everybody? And I didn't think of John 3:16. And you had it. Oh man. How could I miss that? Like the most popular verse in the whole Bible, right? Because the football games. That's crazy. No interaction. What happened, Sasquatch? I don't know what you're talking about. No interaction. Oh, you didn't get to. What happened? What are you saying? No interaction. Oh, in that chat. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think that sometimes there's people that are they're very motivated to prove their thing, and if you're outside of that, they don't want to hear any of the nuances. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That chat. They ignored everyone. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because it's like sometimes it's what do you call that? Where it's uh confirmation bias, it's like you only listen to people that say what you want to hear. Like if I Like if I went over there and started agreeing with all their major points, right? They'd have been like, "Oh yeah, this guy's great. This guy's great," you know. And yeah, it's all denial, man. It is. But you know, not everyone's in the same basket, right? It's like, you know, some of those people are very young people, you know, and it's easy to get caught up in all that, you know. I mean, God loves us, right? Like this is the thing, right? God, like individually, God loves you, and God's gonna work out something with you out of love for you, you know. It's not about how much you know. It's not about you know, who's more right than another person. Your salvation is worked out one on one with fear and trembling, right? And your relationship with God is yours. And if you spend too much time trying to prove your point and not enough time uh, in a relationship with God, then yeah. Oh, absolutely, Sasquatch. Yeah, absolutely. There's still hope. I hope I planted some seeds. I really wanted to really get to his heart yesterday, but I don't think I did that. But you know, Lord willing, that we planted a seed, you know. And do you want me to take away the wrench, Alex? I'll take away the wrench if you think it'll help. You let me know. Sometimes it will if you have a wrench. I'll take it off and see if it works. I feel bad though, because you kind of deserve it. All right, let me take it away. The thing. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, Alex, take your wrench away. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. Let me do that. All right. Michael gets a wrench for what he did yesterday. Okay. So tell me if that's better, Alex. And I don't mind giving it back. I don't mind giving it back later. Sometimes it helps. No, I'm not. Yeah, but next time I talk to her, I'll ask her about that, Michael. I'm just not gonna go to her out of the blue with something like that. That's kind of nasty. But next time I talk to her, which is soon probably, I'll ask her about that. Yeah, yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth, Sasquatch. You're almost better off just with nobody having them. I wish there was another way to recognize people, you know, other than that. Because I like the only thing I don't want is for people to delete all the comments in here. And that's what was happening. People were deleting all the comments out of all the chats. And then it's like no one else could read those when they're watching it again. And sometimes when I have a show like this, right, where I'm just chatting with you guys and having some interaction, like there's no way people are gonna know what's going on. No, I don't think so, Sasquatch. I mean, I get what you're saying because they can go to all the channels or whatever. I get that. But you're always going to have some rogue person deleting all your comments. It's crazy. Wasn't a funny game 2 years ago. Yeah, it's still not a funny game. Yeah, you're right. Everyone is now blocked. It's so crazy. See, already. Yeah, it's a different kind of show, right? I mean, if I'm responding to the chat one question at a time, right? One comment at a time, and then someone goes in and deletes all that. That's a problem. Yeah, I believe in freedom of speech too. Did you know that a fool in the Bible? Hey, I have a question, Cindy. Check this out. Since you're Mrs. Language, right? This is my question, right? Look up the definition of the word nice, right? Look up the definition of the word nice. And if I'm not mistaken, the definition of the word nice is stupid. Like stupid or simple or something like that. And man, it's just a shame, you know, that people change the meanings of words all the time. Yeah, I know, but look up the definition and post it. I mean, it really is sad. It really is sad, Cindy. It says that the definition of nice is stupid. So that's what they're basically calling nice people, you know, because it wasn't always like that. I know that that wasn't always the definition of nice. And I think they have been changing the meanings of words because that's the only way they can attack the Bible is by changing the meanings. And it's not the ranch, Stephen. It's my signal. Oh no. Okay, well I'll give it back then. Here, I'll go give it back. Oh, I closed it out. I'll close it out, but let me. I don't care. I'll open it up. Where's my channel? All right. Put it on mute here. Okay, so go. Where is he? I don't see you, Alex. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, add moderator. Okay. Okay, and then close that. I think that's the right thing. Okay, no, close that. All right, good. All right, Alex, I got you fixed up. But pleasing, agreeable, satisfactory. Okay, cool. Then at least it's that, because I know that one of my friends posted a definition of nice that was just horrible. Just horrible. It said stupid or something. I'm like, what? If that's the truth, it wasn't always like that. I guess it's tough, like with in other countries, because I don't know what kind of signal you guys have, you know. I just know it's probably more fun out there. Hey, what's up, Michigander? See, man, you need to hang out over here, man. You need to hang out over here with us. I can't believe there's only like 4 of us here. That's not bad. I don't think that's right, because 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 people in here. I even saw Bubba for a second, didn't I? Somebody was over here. Maybe. Oh yeah, Bubba was even in here. Yeah, so there's like 8 of us in here. See what they do to us? Oh, now all of a sudden there's 6. Now that I'm saying something. This whole world is messed up. You're not hanging with anyone. What? It's because you're out in the wilderness, man. Out in the sticks. Bubba, we got to get up out of here, out of this world, man. I am so ready, man. I am so ready. I can't wait for the look. I don't care if it's the last minute of this day, you know, I will be okay. I know, Michael. I know, Michael. But you know what's crazy is, like, if we're all talking this way, right? God has to know that it's hard for us, right? And it's not necessarily that we're like under all that much pressure. It's just that, like, all the things that God doesn't like are out there, and we feel that too, you know? I mean, no one stopped me from eating or watching my little YouTube channels and all that stuff, right? None of that's changed, right? It's just more and more depravity is being allowed. And I feel that, even though I'm not involved with it or seeing it in real life. And so, you know, that it's like just the idea that if I leave this house and mingle with people, I will probably be sinning or thinking about envy or lust or you know, lying to my boss or something will come up. I'll have to pretend like I'm on a spinning ball and I'm related to monkeys, and it's crazy, right? 85-year-old grandfather. Oh no, that's great, man, because they try to separate us uh as far as generations, right? And they connect us with things like you know, Pinocchio or Snow White. There'll be a new Snow White every 20 years or you know, something like that, where they can connect the generations with movies like that, like, oh yeah, I watched that when I was a kid or whatever, right? But the language is different, the slang is different, all that is to where you can't communicate in a smooth way because of the slang terms, right? And they really get you to only talk about things that they want you to forward, you know? It's so insidious and so like brilliant, really, like evil genius, right? It's for being a bunch of evil people, they certainly put a lot of thought into things, right? It's a shame, right? Because they could well, see, that's the thing, right, Cindy? But not everybody has that range, right? Like, there's a lot of people that listen to their 19-year-old and go, "What did they just say to me? Like, was that English?" Because your 19-year-old is like, "Yeah, you know, right? Mm-hmm, yeah, totally." And you're like, "What? What did you just say? Like, did you say anything?" But if you have a wide range, Cindy, then of course you're gonna be able to communicate with everybody. But I think people know what I'm saying. Like like nobody ever says like, "Hey man, that's far out, man. That's a really sharp sweater. That's a really sharp sweater with a bird knitted on it." Like like that's far out. Yeah, that see, that's what they wanted to do, to take the elderly knowledge out of the family and make the TV the loudest voice in your house. And that's exactly what they did. They started with the radio, and you know, they do the whole Orson Welles you know, start telling lies on the radio, and then people believe it and panic. And so now everything that you watch on TV is a lie, right? They call it acting, but it's all lies. None of those stories are real. And so we sit back, not anymore, but we used to just sit back and watch the boob tube and just let our brain just rot. And it's sad, man. Oh, it says you need to teach me that foraging skill. You got big time. You'll save a lot of lives, brother. You already helped me. What? I show a video my dinner tomorrow. What does that mean? What's a foraging skill? I want to know about what does that mean? For what's Oh, Sasquatch is teaching foraging skills. Hey, that's pretty cool. Feminine agenda. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, all that stuff that the Rockefellers did with you know, yeah, I don't like that. But, you know, everyone could be like, everyone's equal as far as a value, right? Everyone has equal value. And so while I promote that, right, I just don't the overall agenda to it, right? Yeah, you're right. That's no good, man. Because then you're breaking up the family and everyone has to go to work. The kids don't get time with their parents. Yeah, finding food. Well, that's the whole thing, Michiganders. You got to go to where the food is, right? How many rumors of wars before the actual war kicks off? That's a good question, Michael. There's definitely a lot of posturing, right? Everything is removing the man out of the family, remove the protector of the home, make fun of the man in every commercial. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The church was the one that helped the needy, fed the clothes. Yes, that's right. Then the state took over. That's right. It was supposed to be like if there was somebody that couldn't take care of themselves, that everyone in the church would give anonymously, and then the church would take care of that person. And so, no one would be able to take credit for that. It would just be such a nice system. But you're right. Then the government took over, and now you're required to pay a certain amount. And it's no longer a donation. It's no longer out of love. It's just out of obligation, right? And not that I wouldn't help, right? Like I would love to. I would move people into my house now if people wanted to come in here. But I just want to be left alone. As long as nobody talks to me, they can sit in here and find a spot. Not that I don't want to like talk to nobody, but I got stuff to do. I got stuff to do. Unless they want to talk about God, then I could do that. Foot stamps. What is a foot stamp? Who has foot stamps? And what is that? Michael, what are you talking about? Kids lost respect for parents. Yeah, forget it. Oh yeah, the mushrooms. Yeah. If you know how to pick the right kind of food out there, mushrooms and stuff. What do they call it? The chicken of the woods or something like that? The only way to make the depraved equal with others is to bring others down to that level. Yep. I mean, and it's sad too. They got to bring you down to that level so that they can get away with their nastiness. Hey, Faith, what's going on? Glad you're here. And I gave the link to Stephanie. I don't know if she'll join or whatever, but we're getting deep into the show now. But I know that she had some other stuff to do. And yeah, I do want to talk to like more. I do want to talk to more people that are not like people we don't know that maybe aren't saved like I was before. But see, people would get mad and they call it subgrubbing or whatever, where if you're talking to people and inviting them back to your stream, I mean, it's hard being a missionary, right? Because you're like, okay, well, I'm just trying to invite people back to hear about God, right? I'm not trying to take nobody's subscribers away. And so, it's weird, man. People get so greedy, man. Heaven, heaven to them is a step down. Oh, that sucks. What? Heaven to them is a step down. Well, hey, no, hey, think about this, right? If right, but if let's say oh, what did Faith make a joke? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, no, yeah, the fish of the sea, the tuna. Yeah, chicken of the sea is tuna. Chicken of the woods is mushrooms, I think. I don't know how it all goes. I don't know anything, but I think it is. Yeah, Michael goes. Michael goes. What are foot stamps? He said, "What are foot stamps?" Yeah, because it makes me want to go out and get some foot stamps because I don't know what that is. You know, I don't know anything. Come on, guys. Making fun of Jessica Simpson. Yes, I remember that. I remember that. She thought it was chicken. She thought tuna was the chicken of the sea. It was an actual chicken. Oh my God, how dumb. So Sasquatch, is mushrooms the chicken of the woods? Or was I just tripping thinking that? I am not always ignoring you. I'm reading your stuff right now. Yeah, puns are the lowest form of humor, right? Yeah, see, Sasquatch even said that it's the chicken of the woods, dude. I knew something. Yeah, I come through every once in a while. Don't say tripping when discussing mushrooms, just saying. That's true. Because what if you eat the bad kind of a mushroom, or in their case, good kind of a mushroom to them? That's the ones they're looking for. You could really start tripping, you know? Not hallucinogen. Yeah, but some of those ones, no, you're right, it's food. But some of those people, I mean, not people, um, some of those mushrooms can make you like start uh, having like illusions and stuff, delusions, right? And it could send you on some kind of weird journey, man, in your brain. I've never had one of those mushrooms, one of those kind. I can't remember if I ever did. I don't think so. I wouldn't be good with anything like that. I'm already my brain's already tripping enough. You see, now I'm using that word tripping every 5 seconds now. After Bella told me not to. Yeah, licking frogs. I heard that that was a thing, but I think that was because of that Beavis and Butthead cartoon. It was like on Beavis and Butthead, and then everybody thought that was real. But it could, I don't know, maybe it is real. I don't want to try it though. So he says coral, lobsters, honey, jelly, dog ears. Okay, that's one heck of a salad there. 100s. I don't know what that means. 100s. Don't eat people, guys. Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good. Yeah, I don't want to repeat that. Well, I know people get mad when you start having these. You're like, I was thinking it was this, but then you know what? It kind of opened up being that too, you know, and people get so mad because they want their thing to be the thing, you know. Abramovich. Oh yeah, so gross. So gross. I mean, I can't believe that there's people that think that that's appetizing, you know? It's so gross, man, isn't it? Hello, official facts checker. He says, there's a strange show I watched before I got saved called Pharmacopoeia. And the guy goes around trying all kinds of substances. It was a strange show. Yeah, I wouldn't deny that they would have a show like that just to get you caught up in something that's bad for your spiritual life, right? And the way I lived my life, I tried every substance, or most of them, right? And all it did was cause me grief, right? Hey Renee, how you doing? I know it's so sickening, Faith. When I was young and I had a friend sampled every plant and flower in your backyard. Okay, yeah, that's not exactly as wild as you think that is. It's like, oh, let's try every vegetable in my garden. That'll be crazy. Like I think that's that sounds like a good day. It's a good way to spend your day. Try try one vegetable of everything you're growing. That's wild, Cindy. Oh, it's all fruit. Oh, that makes it even more wild. Or you're saying like just any old plant back there, like licorice weed or something like that? Like like any kind of plant back there? That could kill you probably. Lucky for us, there's no poisonous plants. Yes, I know. Said these dudes went in the desert with an empty bong and smoked everything until poison sumac shut down their lungs. So why would these people smoke everything in a desert? They just found something and they just started smoking it. That's crazy, man. These people were on a death mission. I mean, what is going on with people, I can't imagine like wanting to do that. I know, Renee. Like who gets the idea of like, yeah, let's I believe you, Sasquatch. I believe you. It's like who gets the idea of wanting to go smoke everything in a desert? That's man, we better pray before you do something like that. That's just But I guess there's no faith. That's gross. That's gross. I know it is a thing, but that's gross. Social net, self-loathing for view. Yeah, that's where the smoke 'em if you got 'em phrase started. Yeah, right. That's so gross, Faith. But like Bubba was saying, that every famine ends with that kind of thing. It ends with people doing that. That's so gross. I don't think I wouldn't be able to do that. I would just die of whatever. I wouldn't mind if what people did to me after I was dead, but I don't think I could get myself to do that. Because you think about like those plane crashes and all that where people survived like these plane crashes that crashed in like into the snow or something like that. They're out in the mountains. I mean, there's no way I would make it through something like that. I probably would have just walked off on my own. I would have just walked off. There's no way. When I find a cutworm, oh, okay, yeah. If you can eat, see that's the thing, right? Like if you got to do it, you got to do it. Like eat bugs or something like that. I could see, if you're out in the wilderness and you got to eat some kind of animal you don't want to eat. It is what it is, right? So it's just yeah, this world is crazy. This world is disgusting, and I can't wait for us to fly up out of here. Fly out of here or walk out of here, or however it's got to be martyred. I don't care. I'm Nothing scares me except for living another 40 years. Living another 40 years scares the crap out of me. Dying tomorrow is just fine with me. They eat tomatoes. So wait a second, like, so the tomatoes, they only eat tomatoes for like a long period of time? Oh, that's crazy. Unless you're saying something else. You mean like a plane crash where like all there was like tomatoes to eat? Hmm. I couldn't imagine that either. I guess I could probably do that. Only kneel for God, will die on my feet. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, I could see myself dying in a praying position, but yeah, I get the sentiment. I get the sentiment. So, die on our feet. I know, Faith. I am with you on that. Oof. The sooner, the better. Like I keep thinking I'm feeling the tingle in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm gonna fly out of my body or something. I don't know. I'm waiting for something to happen, and I'm like, maybe that's the start of it or something. Like I don't know. But then I was like trying to do my text messages, and I kept falling asleep, waking up, and I'm like an hour later, I'm still texting the same person. I'm like, oh, they probably were waiting for me to text something, and then I didn't. It never came out or something. And so it is what it is, right? But I'm thinking about this, guys. Now, think about this, right? You know how I changed the times to these times so that the content would be better. Well, now that the content is obviously suffering. And so I'm thinking about moving the times back to make the content better again, to open it up for people to be able to join more and then do more of a rotation like we had. And I liked that. It was fun. Remember when panels we could do 4 or 5 people? That was fun. I don't mind going 2 hours if we're doing panels because then it's not as much work. You know what I mean? Especially with people that can carry the show a little bit. And I think that that's fun doing the long panels. But that's cool. Daylight saving. Yeah, it's weird, right? I mean, I'm not trying to do that to everybody, right? But um yeah, maybe go 2 hours later than we're going now. So it'd be like 8 o'clock in the morning and like 6 or 7. But see, if I go that late, then you can forget about the people overseas. So I don't know. Maybe later in the morning and earlier in the afternoon. I don't know. I got to do some praying. Hopefully we're out of here tonight. If we're not out of here tonight, then I'll pray about changing the times because I want to add Jake Moore, and he's gonna have way different hours, and I think that would be super cool having one more, and then do more shows with like Jake and Bubba. I like that combination. I'm always juiced in these days. The energy works. The two current streams of energy. Oh, I have no idea what that even is. What does that mean? Energy works into current streams of energy. Okay. All right. Um, okay. You'd have to expand on that a little more. Yeah, I know what he means, like in the spirit, but it's like it's very. I'd like to know specifically what you mean. Alrighty. Well, and you know what, Bubba? I think so too. I really think that it could even be as far off as like November, but you know, right, of course, you can only type so much and you can only type so much in the box. I get it. I'm just saying I'm interested in knowing what that specifically what it is. Um, yeah, I think you're right now between now and 9/27. Yeah, but I think it could even go as long as November. But then we're really gonna be like just grasping at just dates after that. Yeah, I get you a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm a little more patient with you than most people are, I think. You have to at least say that. I know what it's like being misunderstood, but it is what it is. Everyone gets a million chances at good servant. Everybody, even me. Yeah, see, Michael knows, right? We all do that. Does Stephen actually speak English fluently? Sometimes it seems like it's his second language. Oh, that's just wonderful. That's just wonderful for you to say. Thank you. I endeavor to be better, Cindy. I'll work on it. We will continue to keep our oil lamps full. Will we be still looking or be like the other half of the verse? Yeah, I know it. I know it. I believe each one is a test to see who hasn't given up. Absolutely. I'm not discouraged in any way. I know that it's going to happen the way it's going to happen, and I'm going to be amazed by it. Michael, he says, I speak human. I have a moon accent. I talk like I've been on the moon. I only talk in a moon accent. It's the reading comprehension we are worried over. Yes, I'm not a very good reader, not a very strong reader. And when I read a ton of Bible and I can retain zero of it. I mean, I know enough to live my life, right? But very rarely do I impress anybody. You're right. My reading is not good. It's not. Stand by. It's the whole game right now. Yep. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. He's like, I speak human mostly. See, I knew Michael was one of those lizard people. Michael, like a lizard myth, a queen of lizard myth, a lizard myth Taylor. I don't think. Do you think that those peoples are really? Um, do you think that there really are lizards? Because I don't think so. I think that's kind of like a. I think that that's a like a psyop, to get us to think that people are lizard people. But it could be too. It could be true. I don't know. But that would be so weird, man. If you find out like after we die, right? We're like, oh man, there was like 90% of the world was these lizard people, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But are these lizard people like they're like demons or something like that, right? But they do have like a tongue like a lizard, right? Oh, that makes me sick to think about it. I identify as Gecko. You have to get my pronoun right. I'm like that gecko on the insurance commercial. That's crazy. It's like what's that insurance with like the general insurance, and then he's got like this cartoon penguin next to him. It's like, what's the penguin for? You don't even tell us why is there a cartoon penguin next to the general? Like, what's the point of that? They never mention why he's a penguin. It's just a general of like an army and then a cartoon penguin. And you're like, why is this guy a penguin? Like, that doesn't make no sense. I mean, not that a lizard or a gecko means anything, but yeah, like, yeah, so yeah, the caveman insurance, I get that, right? Because their whole thing is that it's so easy that you can be, primitive, right? But why do they have, a penguin and a general? They probably don't have that on anymore. Last time I saw commercials like that was probably about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Find a picture if you can of Lord Marduk proboscis worm inserted. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've actually heard of that where, and so many people, right, have had that done, right, where this worm goes into their eye and takes over as like a host or something. Oh, it's so gross, man. Oh my God, that's so gross. Y'all don't know what the penguin signifies? No, that's the crazy part, right? So it's a it's a general, right, of an army and a penguin that's a cartoon penguin. And unless it's some kind of like pedo stuff. Is it pedo? I don't want to know if it's pedo. Uh they have to just they have to destroy everything. Everybody destroys everything. Macron, yeah, everyone. You're right. There's like the Pope, every like political figures, a lot of celebrities. It's like you always see these pictures of them with a black eye. I knew it, Faith. That's so horrible. I mean, do they really have to do that on insurance commercials? Oh, it's just so disgusting. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow. I should have known that. The Freemason checkerboard or whatever. Yeah, the Black Eye Club, Bubba. Yup. And you see all kinds of people: Tom Brady, the Pope, the presidents. It's pretty insane what goes on. Yeah, absolutely. All this symbolism, man, is just so crazy. I mean, it should be obvious that Apple Computer, right? It's got a rainbow apple with a bite taken out of it. I mean, that should be pretty evident, right? Everything is like some kind of like Satan type symbol, It's horrible. Alrighty, guys. Well, it's time to hit the old dusty trail. I want to do it where, yeah, it's time to get out of here, guys. But hey, you know what? I want to do where we're starting to do like 2 hour shows and just do one a day, probably. That would be fun, I think. Maybe do games or something. I don't know. I want to like kill time and I want to like learn about God. Maybe we can do like trivia about God. I don't know. because then it would get people in their Bibles more. I don't know. If that sounds corny, then whatever. We all need to be reading our word way more than we do. And so, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. I love you guys. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. All glory to God because he deserves it. Please pray for the children. Please pray for anyone being victimized out there. Please pray for each other. It's important. And I will see you guys, Lord willing, tomorrow at, let's say, 6 a.m. Love you guys.